let's choose my monthly TBR for the month of October. This is probably leading into one of the best seasons of all. I have only become more of an autumn person since moving to the UK. If any of you don't know, I'm originally from Australia, as you can tell by my accent, but we don't really have autumn at the same time of year when it's October. We've got Halloween, all of the seasonal changes happening, because in Australia, well, where I live specifically, we didn't really get seasonal changes. It usually goes from green grass to dead grass within 3 minutes of the sun being out, so we don't really get the seasonal change of having the leaves fall or the flowers blossoming in spring. It's there, but it's not as beautiful as what it is like here in the UK and everywhere else in the world. I've really come to really fall in love with this time of year since being here and appreciating the cold weather, and it's slowly building and having that change of the leaves going yellow to orange to brown. It's so beautiful. What I have been loving the most is obviously having Halloween, which is why I've got all of my pumpkins set up. I've got a couple on the bookshelf as well. I've really been trying to get into the autumn spirit at the moment. That's exactly what I want to do for this TBR this month. I really want to get into the seasonal change for my reading, because I have noticed I am slightly a mood reader, I would say, but I am more of a seasonal reader. The summer is for my romances, my beach reads, but now going into the winter months, I'll definitely be reaching for more of my fantasy books. I have been slowly reading a couple thriller books as of recently, and I've been really loving them. Historical books, I've been loving a historical romance. Just historical fiction in general is I'm really enjoying. I guess I mean like sad literary books. I'm really enjoying them, and I think that this is the time of year for it. Speaking of sad literary books, me and my partner just started watching Normal People, so I kind of want to try and pick up that book this month if it comes out with one of the prompts on my TBR. He is really loving Normal People. He's like, can we watch the Connell show? I really want to watch Connell tonight. Now he wants to go watch Gladiator, which is just, it's really hit the spot for me. So anyway, let's jump into the questions. Let's choose the books. I don't know how many I'm going to choose just yet. As I usually do, I'm probably going to decide along the way depending on how big and large the TBR gets and, you know, how chunky the books are. So we'll start with the first question, and I did only update these questions as of one video ago. Prompt number 1, a book with an odd number of pages. And please ignore my dirty ugly nails here. I need to get them changed over. They're like 5 weeks outgrown and they're disgusting. I'm getting them done tomorrow, but I had to film this now. An odd number of pages. Vara McFarlane's Last Night is 403 pages. I picked up this hardback from Waterstones the other day. How beautiful is this cover? I've not seen anyone review it yet, but the booksellers said that they loved it in store, so I'm very excited to read it. Oh, it's an even number of pages. I have a Lightlark here. Let's see how many pages. Oh, we have Lightlark, which is 409. Rewitched, let's see, 405. I've got Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which is 315. Oh, I think I might go with Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia because I've been meaning to read this since maybe end of last year. I think I purchased this in November, October last year. And I keep putting it off because during the summertime, it wasn't the right time. And the first couple months I purchased it, I ended up just pushing it aside for some reason. And everyone keeps asking me, have you read this yet? Have you read this yet? And I just keep saying no. And I really want to start saying, yes, I've read this book. So I'm going to choose this and dedicate this next month to getting it done. And I think it's so beautiful. The cover with the little mushrooms on it, it's stunning. And I think it's the right time of year. So let's do it. First book of the TBR. Let's choose prompt number 2. A book that I've been gifted. This is a good prompt because I've got quite a few books that I've been gifted that I need to read. So most of my gifted books are across this top section up until Our Evenings. And I do believe I've got a couple on the back. I think I might go with Rewitched just because it is giving this time of year, and it was released as of last month and I haven't got around to reading it just yet, so I do need to dedicate the time to getting this done. It's witchy vibes. I think it's perfect for the October time. I actually don't think I've ever read a book that is like this. It's about a witch who's trying to claim back her powers. It says, with found family, a slow burn romance, and an uplifting message about self-love, Rewitched is a cozy autumnal fantasy that will leave readers spellbound. That's exactly what I want, so I'm definitely going to pick this one. Prompt number 3. A book in the fantasy genre. Well, I think I'm definitely going to have to pick this one just because it's been sitting there eyeing me out since I bought it last month. I keep staring at it saying, no, just wait till October, it'll be the perfect time. A Dark and Drowning Tide will be probably that dark atmospheric book that I'm probably more hoping to reach for in these next few weeks. They're a bit more cozy, the other two I've got. This will definitely be the one that will get me in the mood for this time of year. Book number 4. So far, we're doing pretty well. I'm very happy with what we've got so far. A book that has a 3-word title. I swear I got this one last time. Maybe I put that one back in by accident. Let's choose. We have The Four Winds, which is a book by Kristen Hanna, which I've just now been slowly reading a couple of her books, and I've been obsessed with the way she writes. So I'm thinking this could be an option. The Poppy War is a book I've also been meaning to pick up in the next coming season or months. I do have Behind the Net, which I think is probably a good option since I don't have a fluffy romance so far. I think it's between these two since I've already got so many fantasy books. I don't think I can say no to a Kristen Hanna book at the moment, so I think I'm going to go with The Four Winds just because I know that she's going to provide something that I'm going to really thoroughly enjoy, and with the romance sometimes at the moment it's been a bit hit and miss for me. So I'm going to definitely go The Four Winds. I'm probably going to regret that later because I want a fluffy romance. But I'm hoping with all the other prompts I will get a fluffy romance at some point. Prompt number 5. I just got a historical book. I literally just picked an historical book. I knew I shouldn't have done it. As soon as I chose it, I was like, no. That's sci-fi. All the Lights We Cannot See. Is Firefly Lane historical? Oh, it is. And I need to savor my Kristen Hanna books, so let's not do that. Giovanni's Room, 1950s. So I have All the Lights We Cannot See, which is a wartime book, and I've also got Giovanni's Room, which is what I think I'm leaning towards. It's set in the 1950s, and it's also a small book, so it's sort of leaning me more towards this because I do have some chunkier books already up here. At least I'll be able to get a couple more reads in if I pick the smaller book, so I think I'm going to go with this one. I've been meaning to read it for a while, ever since I've read Swimming in the Dark. I know it's a classic for a reason, and I'm definitely excited to pick this one up. Prompt number 6. We've got a Treat Yourself. I'm like, do I get Normal People or should I go with something else? I've also got the Book of Asriel down here, which is a book I've been wanting to read for a while. And Last Night by Vari McFarlane as well. I'm really wanting to pick this one up since I saw Hayley Pham's review. I've also got Normal People, which I obviously am watching right now, and I'm like, do I still read this while I'm watching it? I think it's the perfect time of year. But I've also got these other books here. I don't know. I think I'm going to go Normal People just based on the fact that I'm watching it with my partner. I don't know how I've watched the show like 4 times through but never read the book, so I need to actually sit down and put the time into it and annotate it because of how much I love the show. I know I'm gonna love the book. I said I was gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Prompt number 7. Pick a book that's under 200 pages. How many pages was this? 198. I think I'm gonna pick this one only because I've seen a couple reviews of it recently. Some people have said that they've absolutely fell in love with it, and other people said that they haven't, so I kind of want to see where I sit. I know that the writing's a little bit different. It's a sci-fi romance, time travel as well, so there's sort of 2 people trying to meet on the same timeline, I think. Let's do it. Let's pick this one again. We've got 2 small books, 6th, 7th book, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th book. Okay, let's do this as the last prompt. A book from Kindle Unlimited. Oh, perfect. I've actually got so many books on my Kindle library. I'll just go on my phone while it's here because I don't know where my Kindle is. I think it's all the way over there. In my library at the moment, a couple books that I've got my eye on, especially being in like the romance genre, fantasy genre, I've got Spark of the Everflame, which I really want to start reading. I do have Callie Hart's Quicksilver, which I know has been going viral at the moment, and When the Moon Hatched. I've got Wait for It by Mariana Zapata, The Sword of Cajun. Okay, alright, it's done. Okay, I have to do the Magnolia Parks 2 book because this is in my library, and I said I was going to read it this winter season and also this autumn season. It's going to be done in the next couple months. I said it. I'm gonna choose it. Let's choose book number 3 from the Magnolia Parks universe, which is the Magnolia Parks 2 book. I haven't got it on my physical shelf, but I've got it here in my library. That's the final book. I'm a little bit hesitant to go ahead with this series because I didn't really like Magnolia Parks in the first book. I just didn't like being in her head with all the designer stuff. It wasn't really like my cup of tea, and also just her and BJ. But I am excited to see more of Julian's story in this, because I've heard that this is when him and Magnolia get together. I don't know anything else besides that. I'm ready for a crying type of book, so I'll prepare myself, I'll go into it, just enjoy it. I just gotta remember that it's a drama. It's not a romance, it's a drama. It's sad girl season anyway. I cannot believe this is my TBR. What is going on? Let's go through my October TBR. It is a little bit witchy, it is a little bit mysterious, fantasy. It's a bit of everything. And I'm kind of happy because I do like to have a bit of a spread. I don't like to go in with just one genre. Even though I have reduced the amount of romance books, I've just swapped them out for the fantasy books. But the rest, having general and literary fiction in here, just makes it a little bit more me, because I need that variety just to make myself sane, you know? Alright, let's go through my final TBR. We have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, Rewitched, A Dark and Drowning Tide, The Fall Winds, Giovanni's Room, Normal People, This Is How You Lose the Time War, and the final book is Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. That is the TBR physically, and we've also got my Kindle Unlimited book. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy. I think it's a very good mix of everything in here. Now I just need to think of some good vlog ideas from these books, especially to do with the next upcoming season. I'm so excited. These are definitely some books I'm excited to go and sit in a cafe and read. I will be vlogging it. I've just got to try and think of now some vlogs to incorporate all of these books. So if you've got any ideas of anything that I should do, especially from this list here, let me know. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys have the best month upcoming. I hope you have a great Halloween. This is my hibernation months. These are the months where I go into hibernation to read. So if you're also like that, I do wish you the best next couple of months. We're going to have the best time reading every single day. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you.